Welcome, YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie The Platform on Netflix. It's a movie that was made in Spain. The original title of this movie is El Hoyo. In Spanish, it means hole, the hole. It was directed by Galder Gaztula Urrutia. I think I'm saying that right. Urrutia. He's a Spanish film director. It's his debut film. And this film has won the People's Choice Award for Midnight Madness at the Toronto Film Festival, and it won 4 honors at the Sitges Film Festival. Best Film, Best New Director, Best Special Effects, and the Audience Award. So this movie is starred by the guy by the name of Ivan Mazaku. He plays this character called Gorenj. He puts himself into this prison to get this degree. And he puts himself in there for 6 months, thinking it'll be a breeze, and he decides to bring a book with him because each prisoner is allowed to bring one item with them. This prison is made up of several different levels. Each level gets lower and lower. It's like a big giant platform, and then there's like a hole in the middle of this room. And each day, this thing comes down it's like a big table. Comes down and lowers into the hole. And there's this big table full of all this food. But everybody that's above this level, all the levels, have eaten off of it. With all they've eaten was their hands. And there's just a mess of food everywhere. And it's only there for like 2 minutes per day. And it's only there one time out of the day, so they gotta eat really fast, just eat as much as they can. They just gorge themselves with all this food. And the one guy, the Gorenj, he does not want to do it. He thinks it's disgusting. All these people have eaten off of it, and so he takes an apple off of the table and he just sticks it in his pocket, and he's like, I'll eat it later. And then when the table goes down to the next level, all of a sudden everything starts getting hot. And it turns out everything gets hot or cold if you start hoarding food. So you have to take the apple and throw it back down there so you don't fry to death. So each level, as it goes down, the people get less and less food because there's 250 levels or something like that. So by the time they get down to the bottom, there's nothing left. So people have to resort to cannibalism or their sorts of, inhumane ways to survive. And it really shows the cruelty of humanity when people have to survive. Some of the stuff they do really cruelly is they pee all over the food. When it goes down to the second level, the next level next to them, they start peeing on it and doing all this disgusting stuff and spitting on it. And there's one scene where this guy that wants to climb up to the very top so he can get out of this prison. So he has this rope and he throws it up there, and the guy above him was like, "Okay, we'll help you out." So he's climbing up there and he gets almost to the next level. He reaches his hand out for somebody to grab him, and next scene, all of a sudden you see this bare butt hanging over it, and this person poops on his face, and he just falls down and almost falls to his death. And it's just that was gross. I was I can't imagine how that would be. You'd have to you'd be starving by the time you got to the bottom of all the levels. But the story itself had me glued to the TV. I usually am doing something else while I'm watching these movies, and I had to turn around and look and see what was going on, because if you blink, if something would happen, like a body would fall through the ceiling or the hole and hit something, and you're like, whoa, what was that? And I had to go back and look and see what happened. Being this is a Spanish film, the voices were dubbed, but the acting was superb by all actors, including the main actor. He did a really good job. His character also grew. He didn't want to touch any of the food that other people wanted to, the other people were eating off of, and then he decided, he needs to eat and follow the rules, or he's gonna starve to death. So he starts eating. So he starts eating like everybody else, and like eats everything else, and he makes some sacrifices throughout the movie, and becomes more selfless. I had a really fun time watching this movie. It had me glued to the TV. It was a good thriller. Some of the things were kind of like hard to watch when they were trying to. And they were ended up eating people, and it was kind of gross. But if you like a good thriller, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this movie, as long as you're not eating at the time, because it might ruin your appetite a little bit. The ending was kind of disappointing. I won't give it away for you, but it was kind of like, okay, why did they do that? But it was all about sacrifice and doing the right thing and sending a message to this dystopian structure. So all in all, I think you're going to like this movie. I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. And thanks for joining me again. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on to let you know when I release new videos. And I'll see you next time at the movies.